Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, we drift gently through the quiet folds of time. Find a comfortable place to rest, perhaps beneath a soft blanket, as the day's worries begin to melt away. Let your breath slow, your eyelids grow heavy, and your thoughts grow quiet. For the next little while, we will leave behind the noise of the present, and step softly into the world of the past, into the gentle, unhurried rhythm of daily life in an 18th century English manor house. It is early morning. The sun has only just crept over the horizon, casting golden light over dew-covered lawns and sleepy hedgerows. Birds call softly from the trees, and the wind rustles the leaves in a Belvedere whisper. The manor house, built of mellowed stone and dark timber, stands quietly against the landscape, its many windows catching the first blush of day. Inside, the household is beginning to stir. Below stairs, in the servants' quarters, a scullery maid lights the kitchen hearth, coaxing flickers of orange flame to life. A copper kettle is placed over the fire, and soon there is the soft bubbling of water warming for tea. She hums a little tune, not to anyone in particular, just to the silence. Upstairs, the master and mistress of the house remain tucked beneath layers of hand-stitched quilts. Their room smells of lavender sachets and the faint smoke of last night's fire. Heavy drapes are drawn, but outside, light is beginning to creep through the slits in the fabric. A maid enters quietly, placing a warm basin of water on the washstand and laying out fresh garments, careful not to make a sound. In another wing of the manor, children are waking more eagerly. A boy sits up in his small canopy bed, his nightcap slightly askew, already wondering if today he might be allowed to visit the stables. His sister clutches a cloth doll to her chest, yawning and blinking at the dusty light streaming in. The day begins slowly, as most did in this time. In the breakfast room, the windows are open to let in the gentle morning breeze. A footman brings a silver tray with warm rolls, fresh butter, and strawberry preserves. The mistress sips lightly brewed tea from fine porcelain, while reading a letter by the window, penned by a friend from a neighboring estate. Each object in the room tells its own story, the tall case clock ticking steadily in the corner, the polished oak table reflecting candlelight from the night before, a floral rug beneath their feet, hand-woven over many months by skilled hands. Outdoors, the gardens come to life. In the kitchen garden, a gardener in a straw hat is gently trimming thyme and rosemary. The herb scents rise on the breeze, mixing with the crisp scent of grass and earth. Beyond the garden wall, a small orchard holds apple trees in bloom, their petals catching the light like pale confetti. A bee drones lazily near a patch of lavender. Somewhere, a bird splashes in a stone fountain. All is still. All is peaceful. Mid-morning brings a quiet bustle to the house. The butler inspects the silver. A maid dusts the high shelves of the library, feather duster in hand. In the drawing room, embroidery hoops lie across chairs, and a half-finished sampler rests in a basket. There is music too, the soft deliberate notes of a harpsichord drifting from the music room. Lunchtime is simple but elegant. A light stew is served with fresh greens from the garden, along with slices of dark rye bread. The family eats in a sunlit dining room where the table is laid with linen, and a vase of field flowers adds a cheerful note. The conversation is calm, polite, talk of weather, crops, and perhaps a neighbor's new carriage. After the meal, the manor settles into a hush. The older children are led by a governess to the schoolroom for reading and recitation. The younger ones nap or play with wooden toys under the watchful eye of a nursemaid. The lady of the house writes letters at her escritoire, occasionally pausing to gaze out the window at the swaying trees. The gentleman walks slowly through the grounds, hands clasped behind his back, listening to the birds and watching the clouds pass. The scent of lilac drifts through the air. As afternoon wanes, the kitchen becomes busy again. The cook and her helpers prepare for the evening meal, pies are filled, root vegetables peeled, and a pheasant is carefully seasoned. The fire crackles gently, casting a golden glow across copper pots and old recipe books. The scent of cinnamon and roasted meat begins to drift through the halls. Evening arrives quietly. The sky turns peach and lavender as the sun lowers over the fields. Lamps are lit in the hallways. The family gathers in the drawing room for quiet conversation and card games. The fire is stoked, and the flames reflect gently on polished floors. Tea is served again, with sweet biscuits and a little honey. The sound of a grandfather clock gently marking time gives the hour a sense of soft ceremony. As the night deepens, the house begins to quiet once more. Footsteps become fewer. The candles are snuffed one by one. Upstairs, beds are turned down, and a final prayer is whispered. Through open windows, a breeze carries the scent of night-blooming flowers. An owl calls from the woods. And just like that, the day is complete. So, as you lie here now, breathing slowly, imagining the soft hush of that faraway house, let yourself sink into the rhythm of another time. Let the gentle routines, the quiet customs, and the peaceful spaces carry you deeper into rest. There is no rush. Nothing to solve. Nothing to fix. Just stillness, and the slow turn of time. Sleep well, dear listener.